All right, good morning. Today is November 2nd. Call the meeting to order of the Sandpoint Urban Renewal in the council chambers at City Hall, 1123 West Lake Street in Sandpoint, Idaho. And this is the regular monthly meeting of the Sandpoint Urban Renewal Agency Board of Commissioners. Roll call for the record. I am Chairman Eric Paul presiding. Also present are Commissioners Kendon Perry, Tom McCoy, Marilyn Sabella is participating via Zoom, and Commissioner Andrea Marcaccio is absent. Meeting minutes approval. The first item on the agenda is approval of the meeting minutes from the September 7th, 2021 meeting. I will entertain a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
So moved.
That was Commissioner McCoy motion.
Second.
Commissioner Sabella seconded. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Motion passes and the minutes are approved. Madam Clerk, are there any members of the public in attendance on Zoom?
Mr. Chairman, no, there are no members of the public present this morning.
Great, thank you. And before we move forward, happy birthday, Marilyn.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is a financial report. Please note all account balances as of October 26, 2021. Does anybody have any questions on the downtown revenue allocation balances, the northern loan balance, or the downtown loan balance and the northern deposit accounts? Okay, hearing none, there was no increment received in September. There was $483 of increment received in October. Any questions? Hearing none, move forward to item number 5. Other announcements, reports from the board or city staff. Are there any general announcements from the board or city staff? Is that new? Okay, moving on to old business. With no old business on the agenda, we'll move to new business and the approval of the invoices. We have 3 invoices today for payment review. Is there 3? 1, 2, yeah, 3. And we have representing the city, Amanda Wilson, to review the invoices with us. Amanda, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. I do not have any specific update other than what's been presented to you, but I'm certainly happy to answer any questions that you may have. I will note that we are billing for 60% of the total amount invoiced as a result of the area of allocation that we previously discussed. We are continuing to move forward with the economic analysis that we mentioned in the past. I anticipate that'll be underway this month in November. And that'll really help us take a deep dive into future costs and how those future costs may or may not be allocated. So until that time, we've gone with the 60% SURA funded, 40% general fund.
Commissioners, any questions of Amanda on the first invoice for payment, which is $38,045 payable and 60 cents payable to the city of Sandpoint for work done on the Great Northern Project?
Commissioner McCoy here. Amanda, the city, have they approved their 40% of this bill as well?
Yes, we approve it upon award of a contract. So
Okay.
we just pay it as ongoing. And just to know for the record, majority of the costs are the JV engineering costs that you see there. The other 2, the Val Bridge as well as the All West, are associated with the potential purchase of an adjacent property to Great Northern for future stormwater treatment. We have not settled on a purchase of that, but this was the initial step to determine the value of that property as well as if there's any environmental concerns. That's what the All West testing is. It's an environmental phase 1.
That would outline what that $3,500 appraisal expense was.
Correct.
Okay. One other question on that. So I think I get where the billing has come from, but somebody from the city, whether it's you or Dan, is reviewing each of those invoices to confirm you are getting our money's worth from.
Yes, it's actually both of us.
Okay.
So Dan, as the project manager previously, was reviewing each one of those. He signs off within our system, and then I have final approval on all invoices.
Okay.
And they're, just for whatever it's worth, the invoices are based upon deliverables. So draft documents, things like that. So as you're aware, we have the final preliminary engineering and feasibility report from them as they presented to this board.
I have a question on some of the agings of the invoices and work completed. I know it's all in this current fiscal year or last fiscal year. Is there a reason why there's invoices that were invoiced in November, January through, let's say, July, that are just now being asked for repayment?
We just held all the invoices to the very end of the fiscal year.
Oh, okay. And is that okay with JUB and everybody?
When we pay them, we're asking for reimbursement.
Oh, so they've been paid full, so you're
Yes.
just getting, okay, copy that.
We typically pay within 15 days of receiving
Right.
an invoice.
Okay.
So that would, not to jump too far ahead, but that would explain some of the aging on item 7B.
All of them, I think.
Oh, for the arts and culture and historic preservation plan, exactly. Those have all been paid last spring and we just bill at the end of the year.
And another question on Great Northern, since we're still on that technically, is we've had comments about the realignment when they have it coming right next to the big giant utility pole. Is that still kind of being kicked around? Has anybody walked out and looked at that?
We have walked out and looked at it in quite detail, including JUB engineers. So the preliminary design showed that everything fits in just fine. Obviously, as we move forward with final design, that'll be surveyed and further vetted.
So the line of sight, they don't see it as an issue?
Not at this time, no. In fact, it was actually an improvement on the line of sight. So that was the whole purpose of realigning.
Right. Any further questions, Amanda, on the Great Northern? Or 60% reimbursement back to the city? One from the public still? Okay. I will entertain a motion to approve the city invoice number 988 in the amount of $38,045.60 for the Great Northern Road Project fiscal year 2021. Motion.
So moved.
Commissioner Perry,
Second?
Commissioner Bacoy seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Motion passes. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is 7B, Arts, Culture, and Historic Preservation Master Plan fiscal year 2021. We have an invoice for Arts, Culture in the amount of $8,730.96. Can you refresh my memory on the project again for the master plan?
So the contract is with Lakota Group. They are the entity that performed the development of our arts and culture master plan. So that document is on our website. It has been adopted by city council. The purpose of the master plan is really looking at what the community needs are from a arts and culture and historic perspective. And then how are we going to move those projects forward with an implementation plan.
Okay, so we have an invoice for $8,730.96. Is there any questions or comments on the arts and plan? Marilyn, do you have any questions?
No,
Okay, nobody from the public still? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve the City of Sandpoint invoice number 989 in the amount of $8,730.96 for arts, culture, and historic preservation master plan fiscal year 2021. Motion?
So moved.
Motion. Second.
Commissioner Bacoy was the motion. Commissioner Perry was the second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
I,
Opposed? None. Motion passes. I thought you got that second. Sorry. Okay.
We'll go back to the tape.
No second. You guys can wrestle later for us. Okay. Did you get, all the details came out and they're on the agenda website? Okay. And the final item on the agenda is the invoice for board clerk administrative services and supplies for fiscal year 2021. The commissioners have any questions regarding this invoice? Hearing none, is anybody from the public? I'll entertain a motion to approve the City of Sandpoint invoice number 990 in the amount of $661.58 for board clerk administrative support services and supplies for fiscal year 21. Motion?
I so move.
Sabella, Commissioner Sabella, second. Commissioner Perry. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I,
Opposed? Hearing none. Motion passes. No further business. We adjourn at 7:40 a.m. Thank you, everyone.